coins? Of course you do. Head over to FIFA and when buying your coins, use the discount code DUT at checkout to make them even cheaper. The link will be in the description below. If you are new to my channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below for daily FIFA Ultimate Team content. What is going on, lads? I'm Extrasinio and today we've got a team of the worst signings ever. I can only do pretty much the last 5 years because those players wouldn't be on FIFA if they were on like FIFA 09 or FIFA 08. Ultimate Team didn't exist. So what I've done is, on the generations, I'm going to put the player of what year they joined that team and tell you why they're a flop. In goal, we kind of have a very odd one. We have Julio Cesar, who went from Inter Milan to Queen's Park Rangers. Obviously the money was pretty good and he was a starter at Inter Milan, but what happened was he went to them in the first season, QPR battling relegation. He didn't start consistently, but he got quite a few fair games, about 24 in that season, fighting for a position with Robert Green. He was playing for Brazil and he was absolutely phenomenal, getting man of the match cards. He did actually get an inform for QPR, but after that season they did actually get relegated and they went to the Championship and he got shut out the team by Robert Green. It just shows that he was not on QPR's cards. They did not want him. In the left back position we do have Bebe, who is actually a striker, but we have to put him in the team anyway because there is a lot of attacking players, so the attacking players are going to have to go into defensive positions. Anyway, I think he cost 10 million, don't quote me on that. That was pretty big spending from Manchester United there on a youth player, but he had huge potential, playing pretty good for his previous team apparently, and apparently had that young spark which players have when they are young, obviously the young spark. Anyway, it did not end well. He didn't really play. He got the odd FA Cup game and only played Carling Cup games, which was pretty unlucky for him. Didn't really get a fair chance, but he wasn't the 10 million player which they paid for. Jonathan Woodgate. Jonathan Woodgate. Going pretty well for him. He moved to Real Madrid. That card does not exist on Ultimate Team in any years, so I can't put it in team. He moved to Real Madrid. He got his debut game, and it was finally an England player playing for Real Madrid. I know Beckham's done it, but that was pretty good for Jonathan Woodgate, one of the best centre backs in the world at that time. In the game, he scored an own goal, and later in the match got sent off. How unlucky can you get? Don't worry, he gets more unlucky because that was the only game he played for Real Madrid, because he got injured and then they just sold him off. So that was pretty tragic for him. I know this video is pretty BPL orientated, as that's my league of specialities. We've got Lovren next. Last season he made 2 mistakes leading to goals, and he's already done more than that this season, which is pretty awful for Liverpool. Has not played well, and his mistakes in general have been very high, and mistakes leading to shots have been off the roof. In the right back position we do have Downing, because that's the only way we're going to fit him into the team. I rated him as a player, I really did rate him, and I still rate him now. It's just this Liverpool spell. He only scored 1 goal, but he actually got a man of the match out of that, which was pretty awesome. Pretty good card, I remember playing with it. But he just never really did it. 1 goal, which is pretty poor to be perfectly honest for a right winger, and didn't really play too well. 1 goal, that's just bits bad, very bad. Aquilani joined Liverpool as a replacement for Xabi Alonso. They needed someone to fit his role because Xabi Alonso controlled the midfield with dominance, and they got Aquilani, and he did not do that. He didn't play well, and Liverpool just gave him the chance, keep giving him chances in the first team, and he just never did it. And he later went to Fiorentina in the next season, I do believe, or the one after. I think he only lasted 2 or 1 seasons. Next we do have Robinho, and I actually rated him at Manchester City. I remember him scoring against Chelsea. I also remember the interview where he said, I'm happy to sign for Chelsea, and he got the teams wrong because he's actually signing for City, which is pretty funny. But still, I really did rate him at City and Real Madrid, but he was not the 30 million player. He had a couple of good games, but then he was just plain average. There is not a Manchester United Jemba on FIFA, but he would definitely feature in this team, and that's why we've got this version of him. Wow, was he a shit player? I do believe he scored 1 goal, but I'm not saying he flopped, he was just shit. In the centre attacking mid position we do have Andrei Shevchenko, who was a fantastic player. Signed for Chelsea, my team, and I was actually buzzing that we got him because then he was actually one of the best strikers in the world and he was known for it. But when he hit Chelsea, he scored a few goals, but he just wasn't sharp. He wasn't on it, his finishing wasn't on point, and didn't score as many goals as we wanted him to, nowhere near, which is rather disappointing considering when he was at Milan he was probably one of the best strikers, if not the best striker in the world. Next we've got Kaka, who was the most expensive signing in the world for only 1 day. That's a pretty good, prestigious tag to have for 1 day. He lost it to Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously, and he had a couple of insane cards for Real Madrid. I remember playing with them. They were phenomenal. But when he just went to Real Madrid, it was just injuries and niggles and stuff. And it just did not go well for him. And it was just an injury after the next, and it just really put him down. And he just never really got back up to the high standards he was when he was playing for AC Milan. The FIFA 11 Torres Chelsea card. This card was phenomenal, and you probably all would have guessed that he would be in the team to finish it off. He was pretty amazing for Liverpool. Pretty amazing is actually an understatement. He was phenomenal. He was probably the best striker in the world. He did win the World Cup. I think this is the year he won the World Cup. I'm pretty sure it was. So he was at his peak. He got that little injury at the World Cup, and then it just started from there. And Chelsea bought him, obviously when he was declining, but I think the decline was due to injuries, which was really unlucky. We just needed a striker, Chelsea, and 50 million for Torres. We thought, if he's going to be playing like he was at Liverpool, 50 million is a fantastic investment. And he did not live up to it. He had a few good games. Scoring against Barcelona, that was a great day. Great day. Can't believe he scored that. Ashley Cole, big boot. He also scored in the Europa League final. He got a couple of pretty big goals, but he didn't live up to the 50 million price tag. The question of the day is, who do you think is the biggest flop in football? Please answer in the comment section below, and you can feature on the screen like this guy with yesterday's question. Norwich, and then he's just thought, I'm sick of having half of a shit team. Let's get Emenike straight into it. And it's a 4-star team.